What's up YouTube, this is your boy C-Spec Kurt, and you guys been hitting me up in the comment section ever since I posted the videos with the review process of the Nighthawk Ax12 router. Okay, so I got my router, did the review. You guys, I guess, love the way it looked installed on the wall. A few people want to know, how did you mount the thing on the wall? I'm so curious, and I'm gonna post this video so you can see exactly what I did. Okay, so in case you missed it, that's my Nighthawk Ax12 right there, mounted up on the wall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down so you guys can see how the installation processes went as far as to getting this baby on the wall like this, okay? So I'm on my little stepping ladder here. And as you can see, first of all, I had to drill a hole out right here. And I've been meaning to buy one of those light cover looking things with the little brush like material in the middle to cover this, so you can just see the wire coming out of that. And I haven't got to that yet, but inside my closet here I have all of my modem stuff. And if you don't, it'd be a great idea to get you a UPS, which is a backup battery supply for your internet, all your internet stuff, so that when you lose your power, you're still gonna have internet. Okay, so definitely do that. Make sure you get your router and your modem and your network switch on there if you have one. Get all that stuff on there and you'll be good to go. Alright, so let's get this baby down so you guys can see what's going on. Alright, so first of all, let's get it down so that we can go through the process of how you find the proper location to mount your router. There we go. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and unplug my router for you guys. Hopefully I don't have any network reconnection issues. Let's do this. Alright people, as you can see, we have our Nighthawk Ax12 router here. It is such a beauty, which is why I opt for it to be mounted on the wall, because it's just a sight to see. And with all the power of this router, you want to have it high where it's not obstructed by walls, like low walls, like the bar in my kitchen, the little bar area, or any type of furniture. You want that signal to just spread all over the house. And if you have an upstairs near the stairwell, is a great location, because that signal can just flow up those stairs opposed to just being dependent on the roof, going through roofs and whatnot. So first thing you want to do though, that I find to be a great option for you guys to do, is I'm going to show you, is that on the back of your router here, you have these here. This is for mounting your router. Okay, this is where the screws are going to go. Alright, elongation on the top as well as the bottom. So that pretty much means you're able to route it in either direction, pointed up or down, without it falling out. So as you can see here, what you're going to do is, first of all, you want to make sure you have, if you're going to be mounting inside of a sheetrock wall, you're going to need these right here. They're anchors. Because if you just screw a screw into sheetrock, that screw is going to fall out, because sheetrock is like it's not a sturdy material to be mounting things in. So you definitely want to make sure you get an anchor. This being a lot too big for this screw, but I'm just using it for an example. And this screw also being a little too big for this router. You want to make sure you have a screw with a flat enough top where it can go in here and slide down. And you can get the bolts at Lowe's or any other hardware store. Alright, so first thing you want to do is, so you can get an accurate location of where you're going to mount your router, make you a template. As you can see here, we have a piece of paper, and you line it up with the bottom of your router, or line it up with one side of your router pretty much. Find those mounting holes on your router. There we go, right there. See that right there? So our other one is right over here. Alright, so these are our mounting holes for the router right here. So what we want to do at this point is you can puncture a hole here. See, now when you put the router in the wall, it's gonna drop down into the elongated portion of this. It's not gonna stay right here. So you wanna probably put your hole probably about right in the elongated area where the screw is going to be resting at, just in case you have something at the bottom. You want to make sure it doesn't bottom out, but definitely make sure you put this on the side of it, line it up with either side of the router just to make sure you have a level, so that you can make sure it's level. You don't want it up there sitting sideways. Alright, so now that you got an idea of where your router is going to be, you go back to the surface in which you're going to mount it at, and you take your screw with you. So you go up here and you put your paper, which is your template, at the location in which you want to mount your router at. Excuse me. And as you can see, the indentations that I have in my paper are exactly as in the same place as my screws are currently already. So, but just for example's sake, you're going to put your screw through the hole. You can do it through here. See, the reason why I said put the screw hole in the elongated part, so that you can know where the router is going to be at rest at. Because when you put the router up here, you're going to have to put it in the circle and drop it down. And when it drops down, it's just something like this beneath it. You don't want it bottom out before you get it up there mounted. So if you make your screw hole where you put the hole in the elongated part, then you'll have the perfect size, the perfect distance, in which we already have here. So as you can see, we already have our anchor in there. That's the anchor in there, in which you push the anchor in. First of all, you can take a screwdriver and you can punch a hole through the sheetrock, or you can take a drill bit and you can drill out the hole a little smaller than the size of this anchor here. Make sure the drill bit is smaller than the size of the anchor, or make sure whatever you punch the hole out with is smaller than the size of the anchor. After that, you push the anchor through, but you want it to be snug enough where you kind of gotta force it inside the sheetrock. Like, you're gonna have to use a hammer and tap it in there. You want it to be nice and snug, and then you're gonna screw your screw into the anchor. After you get your screw screwed into the anchor, you're gonna get your router, and you're gonna put your router up here, because it's now time to mount the router up here on the wall. Okay, so we're just gonna backtrack. We took a piece of paper, we put it on the back of the router. We found our mounting points. We put a screw through the paper into the elongated part of the mounting point in which the router is going to be at rest. You can put it through the circle if you don't have to worry about any obstructions on either side of the router. But if you got obstructions like this door seal, if I would have just put it up here, even with this, when I got the router up here, it wouldn't have been able to drop down and secure into that elongated portion, and I would have had to reset my screws. So if you have an obstruction, make sure you put the screw through the elongated part, and put your paper up here, put your screw through the paper at the indentions you already made, and that's going to give you a perfect mounting location for your router. That's going to also be level because you're using the paper as a reference. You can use it as a right angle reference, or you got something like this door seal here, you can use the bottom of it as a reference to make sure you get it leveled as well. Alright, so let's go and get the router and throw it back up here. Well, we're getting ready to put our router up here. So what you want to do is go ahead and plug in your wires. This is my internet wire here. And this goes over here. Let's see. Alright. Put everything in place. So at this point I'm just going to see where my opening's at. I'm going to get it lined up. I'm just going to find it. It's in there. I'm going to drop it down into that elongated part so that it's secure. It is now secure. It's not going anywhere. Okay. I'm going to push my wires in so it's looking nice and clean. Voila. That is how you mount your wireless router on the wall, whether it's the Nighthawk Ax12 or any other router. You just got to make sure you use those mounting points on the back of the router. And like your vacuum cleaners, if you got a Dyson vacuum cleaner, the little mount that you put in to charge it, you can mount that on the wall too. I'll show you right here how I have mine mounted here. And it's the same exact process. You just go through the same process and mount it. Of course, this one here, I don't have an anchor in there. For some reason, I put it in there without an anchor, and it's kind of sagging in the back. But that's why you need an anchor, so it stays secure, especially if you're moving it in and out a whole lot. YouTube, I hope the video was helpful as far as helping you get your AX12 router mounted up on your wall. Like I say, sheetrock material. You want to make sure you use a wall anchor so that your screw stays secure inside of the wall. But hey, this is your boy C-Spec Kurt. I hope this video was helpful. I know a lot of you guys were requesting it, and I was being lazy. I'm like, I ain't gonna post that video, but you know what I mean, why not? If it's gonna help you guys, I'm happy about that, and I'll take the time to do that for you. Please like, share, subscribe, share the video, let your friends know how cool your router looks on the wall. Refer them to the channel, tell them to check out the review as well as the mounting procedure so that they can go and get their own router and be as happy as you are with yours. Again, it's your boy C-Spec Kurt, and I'm out of here. Peace.